You can't tell me nothing basic. What up, people? You have just joined the Abomination. Today we about to talk about this second episode of The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Get my thoughts. This is my review on that. Now I'm going to say it's been taking me a while to do this just because, you know, I've had personal issues with what's going on with the products I'm seeing being put out by Disney. On the past stream I just did, we talked about how these people are actually admitting to pushing a certain agenda.
On my little pocket of, like, you know, Proud Family Disney TVA, the showrunners were super welcoming. Meredith Roberts and like our leadership over there has been so welcoming to like my like not at all secret gay agenda. And so like I feel a sense of I don't have to be afraid to like, let's have these two characters kiss. Let's in the background. Like I was just wherever I could, just basically adding queerness to like if you see anything queer in the show, I'm proud of them. But like I just was like, no one would stop me, and no one was.
All right, but again, this this video is being sponsored by a homie of mine. I'm done with supporting this company and these new products that they putting out. But since I have the means, I'm gonna give you the truth, and I'm gonna point out all this mess that they got going on and what they trying to shove on you, and tell you why you shouldn't just shut up and enjoy it. Okay, like a lot of people will tell you to. So let's go ahead and get to it. Now, I will say that again, at its core, I do feel like this show is continuing to be the Proud Family. It is attempting to give not a more adult, but a slightly more mature take on the show. So there are still things to be enjoyed about it. Nonetheless, it doesn't balance or make up for all of the negatives that I have about the show. If that makes sense. I'm sure it makes sense. So in this second episode, it's about this influencer called Makeup Boy. And I don't know, I think it's based off a real person, or he is the actual person. I don't know. The whole episode is about him, and kind of like the show is talking about these influencers and how I guess these follows, these likes and whatnot can go to a person's head, and speaking on like cancel culture. That's the show. I'm not gonna really spoil too much for you. So my question, I guess, is why are gays so aggressive? Or, you know, why are a lot of people from this community so aggressive? Meaning Makeup Boy is like, he's always like kind of patronizing the students, the people around him, demeaning a lot of people, always commenting on their appearance. He calls everybody basics, I guess, that I don't even want to say that don't agree with him, because you had kids that were just giving him money, but he was like, basic. You can't tell me nothing basic. And I'm like, all right, whatever. This is a terrible look for gays or whatever, but you know, y'all do y'all. And then the character Maya. So from previous episodes, she was like all for the animals or whatnot. I thought she was like, I'm not gonna say woke, I'm gonna say she was more, you know, the people who care about the animals, the environment, relationships, trying to be good human beings, stuff like that. That's what I thought Maya was. But now in this episode, I'm seeing her kind of like fawning over this makeup dude. And I think they did kind of elaborate or say that he doesn't use makeup products that are tested on animals. So I guess they kind of justifying it that way. But nonetheless, I wouldn't take Maya as being so like superficial. They even showed in the episode that she was, you know, she said like she doesn't even use makeup. Like her look is natural. So again, I don't see why she's fawning over this dude like they have her. I think as far as like characters, she's inconsistent so far. I can't say that about too many other characters, but I think that is a flaw that the show has. La Cienega look good again. So, you know, I don't know, maybe that was Makeup Boy's doing, or because Michael was just fixing on her face in the last episode. but whatever. So after that whole makeup boy thing happened where they was going to see him, Penny goes to her crib. And when she busts through the door, Oscar and Trudy was getting busy, which I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. Like I said, this show is trying to be a little bit more mature. They aged up, I think like a couple of years. So yeah, the parents still doing what, you know, they grown folk doing what grown folk do. And they had to, you know, like that joke was actually funny. And that's what I mean. But like, there's a lot of great things about this show. And I hate that all the other stuff has to be pushed in it because it just makes the product overall garbage. There was a Prince skit or they was, you know, Oscar and Trudy was just talking to Penny, talking about how they used to, you know how people do with what's cool at the time, or you know, you doing what the next person do to be in the in crowd. Their Prince skit was great. Again, this show does what it do well, so I give them that. Penny ends up getting the influencer juice, so she figures out how to get followers. Then she kind of combated makeup boy, and she put an end to that. I do like that Penny said, like, how are we as women, girls, females letting this dude criticize us, you know, to this degree, and you know, calling us basic for whatever reasons, and trying to tell them how to do makeup better. So I do like that that was there. Okay, but again, it don't make up for all the nonsense going on. And then as Penny goes on her influencer journey, okay, them likes start to go to her head. And she started making some decisions that were definitely questionable, like abusing her power as an influencer. And then Oscar and Trudy kind of, you know, get into a little dispute on who gonna tell her, you know, she need to calm herself down. Sugar Mama like, y'all scared of your own child. Don't make no sense. That was funny. Then her and Penny get into their altercation. During that altercation, I want to say I don't think this show is handling Puff well, because as we know, Puff was always, you know, biting Oscar, attacking Oscar, and I think we don't really get to see that side of Puff until they kind of activate it. It's like it's not natural. It's something that they just turn on and off. The show does address how like this whole idea of cancel culture and how it can be a never-ending cycle. Like, you know, people will always kind of be offended by stuff. People will always not agree with something or the way somebody is going about something, and that this cancel culture thing, it can be a never-ending cycle. I don't know. I don't exactly know what they're trying to say, like as far as like bettering or cancel culture, or just, you know, probably just not doing it. But yeah, cancel culture, you just shouldn't do it. All right. And then if we keep doing it, then it'll be a never ending cycle. Then somebody's gonna always be trying to cancel somebody for something, which is you ending somebody's livelihood just because you disagree with them. Now the show is again pushing agendas. Like there was this one time where Maya was, you know, had her response to Penny, and on her video, on her little logo or watermark, she had the Black Lives Matter fist. Which, you know, I don't agree with. But again, this show is telling you exactly what it is and what it's about. But those are my thoughts, people. All right. Go ahead and leave a like or a dislike on that video. You know, tell me how you really feeling. And if those buttons are not enough, then go ahead and leave a comment down below. You know, do you love this show? Do you like what's going on? Or do you disagree with the narratives, the agenda that they're pushing, which they've already admitted to? I'm not making this stuff up. Do you look forward to the next episode? Do I just hate stuff just to hate stuff and I can't enjoy anything? You know, am I in homophobe, transphobe, effeminate manphobe, ableist? I don't know. Whatever y'all got to comment, go ahead and put it down below. Again, tell me more about myself than I even know. Go ahead and be as heinous as YouTube will allow. Okay. I like to have the conversation. And if you find any value in my opinion whatsoever, you want to hear more of my thoughts, you ready to see that next review, the next episode, then subscribe to the channel.
So I'm not sure I get you.
Give me a real fight. Come on.
that chapter in The Art of War about misdirection?